जरा वो इनसे नच दे.
And Boomich just presents his head. Zywoo, look at this. Look at it from this angle here. He's just going to be cheeky with a little jump nade and instantly wrecked. So great shooting there on that opening kill, but Vitality won't convert the round this time. Yeah, they can just do more of the same, right? Why not? You consider how close this one got anyway. Just go for the default spread. The same thing. Masuda and Zywoo in connector. Apex and Shox babysit in the backyard of B. And
oh my
they
God!
go.
Shox ahead of the monster smoke for the frag onto Electronic, and he is the arch nemesis of Electronic right now.
Jeez.
Another one in the head-to-head, and now Bit actually surging forward. Apex may not be prepared for this. It's a question of timing. Will Kyojin clear? He slips through the playground. Bit, they're loud about this. We need to see the trade out of Apex. He waits and buys his time to punish. It's Masuta that claws it back. Eesh. They can go anywhere they want now.
Yeah, the bomb is still very, very safe, so no dramas for Vitality here. This is where Simple needs to have a magic moment. It's where they need him to find something for the team. Perfecto
Navi
stranded on B. Boomich caught between two bomb sites, doesn't know which one will be the finish right now for Vitality. It has to be Simple here to find some impact. He has to get something done.
Molotov'd off. Still posted up. Doesn't have Bit to support him this time. But he may not need it. First found, and that's all. Zywoo looks the wrong way. Flashed off now. They're still committing to this site. They're loud about it. Apex and Shox charging in. Boomich, just before vision restored. Apex shuts him down, and it's a double out of the leader. He's been very quiet so far, but his calls have been very loud. You can see 10 secured, and 2 opportunities to add more and more salt to that wound.
Yeah, that was nuts. Like, Simple gets the first, sure. Then after that, the trade is instant. Doesn't even give him a chance to get that finger on the mouse click again. Really good stuff here. So here it is. Simple gets this one. Zywoo immediately there for that trade, right? And then Apex takes it away from them here with the wild spray. He's getting fired up. The fifth looking very, very likely now is Navi. No choice but to throw together a buy. It's scrappy at best.
My kingdom for more player comms. Whenever we're allowed, whenever we can get our grubby mitts on what those guys are saying during those pop-offs, and there goes another for the Shox Electronic head-to-head.
It's tumbling apart now.
It is. It's ripped apart. What's Bit supposed to do? He heard the reload. If he finds this one first, hard to do now. And Kyojin will finish the job.
Yeah, they're flustered, and this is great. Vitality, remember, obviously they want to win this Pro League trophy, but they've also got the giant killer bonus standing there if they deny Navi this Intel Grand Slam, and with every kill coming on in, we're getting one map closer to that being a reality. Perfecto.
रुक जाओ. Wait for 2 minutes. Wait for 2 minutes. चलो. हो गया.
Kill me.
I just can't believe that head-to-head. Like Shox has been doing such a great job in this final. Like 18 kills for him. He's been awesome. He's done it again. He was great on Dust 2, remember, as well, finding a lot of impact, looking pretty clutch, but...
He won't check it. That should be the trade. It is. But the round still falls apart around him.
You wonder if it's even worth it.
Oh my lord. Shox on for a bloody scorcher. That's the half. He's got 21 kills. Shoxy absolutely is resurrected. And we'll be right back to find out if Navi have got anything more to say before that 5th map.
क्या होगा guys? कौन जीतेगा guys? Do comment down below who will win, Navi or what? Whom you are supporting guys? Do comment down below guys. Thank you, bro. Thank you to like the video, guys. And to subscribe if you're new to the channel, bro. Nijal, bro, thank you, bro.
Well, the grand final living up to the prefix. 12 to Vitality, and, well, it's a big one for Navi to overcome, at least here on Overpass, Chad. Quite the haul.
That's actually correct, by the way. Simple right now is frozen. He's only been able to get himself a total of 6 kills. And that means Navi with 3 rounds. Again, where do we say? Up a creek without a paddle?
Yeah, certainly. Some type of creek. 21 for Shocks. Decides he wants to go the distance. And he has a little look. He was sent on a solo adventure, and look at the confidence he's had. He hasn't called for backup, Chad. He spotted 2, maybe even 3. His team will push for info in the meantime, but he's still hanging out, doing all of this on his own.
I think they're more scared of him right now than he is of them. Absolutely battered them there within that first half, and Vitality just got flashed to connector, so they're going to call that clear, and Perfecto is even going to back on out. So information for Vitality off of this info play is huge. Like, what a crazy mid-round play. We're going to flash into connector and take control.
It could be misinformation, Chad. If Electronic and Bit try and sell this and the rest return to B, it's going to be wide open. Shocks confirms there is presence towards the party. Apex doesn't flinch. He is the one defending that B site, and Shocks really does not need help. You'll never guess who he killed, Chad.
I can't believe he re-picked. He's still going for more. The man has just been let off the leash.
He has. Just let him do what he wants to do. 147 average damage per round. Masuta makes short work of Bit. Body shots up against the headshot machine. Ooh, simple. Speaking of headshots, is handing out one. Boomich with another. Falling into place nicely. If they do want to go B...
They're both going to be here.
Yeah. Apex has been spotted out on the pillar. Smoked by time. He's taken some pot shots.
Oh.
Nothing quite connected, and that's enough for them.
Well, they're going back to A.
They are, and it's wide open. I think Hyojin will suspect. He's got a lot to do. Will he beat them there? Perfecto is quick. Does he go bank, or is he willing to have a look? He's having a look. Perfect timing. Does at least slow Navi down for a second. Optimus from Simple. Headshots are hard to find, and looking like that must-win pistol 2 clicks away. Boomich rotting some time off of the clock and will go down eventually. They'd love Kyojin to find a couple more. Simple's his next target. And peeking in, that's an easy head. Simple secures the round for the squad.
No kid, no hope here for
We'll
Apex.
need to see a conversion of this as well.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, well, there you go. We get a pistol rounds out of Navi. Actually, I tell a lie. We get both pistol rounds out of Navi. So now we need to see something a little bit more. It's the gun rounds in where they were absolutely lacking. This would be some T-half. If they wanted to get it done here on Overpass, it would be some T-half out of the CIS squad right now. This is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least. We need to get past this force by, as you mentioned, Apex into his signature scout, Deagles for the rest, and just considering how Vitality have been playing, they will need to be beaten into submission, right? They're not just going to give this to you. Shock showed you on the pistol. He wants to fight no matter what you throw his way.
After watching this match, I will start playing the match. Let me watch
Simple
this
actually
match.
took some damage there.
From what?
I think it must have been a nade.
Shocks his nade, yeah. Electronics walking straight into the Deegs here, and no flash necessary. Sota gives him a little bit of leg.
Yeah, probably a wise call for Electronic to get on out of dodge like that. He's actually going to go have another look here. So sitting anti-flash, ready for round 2. Just going to look on in. They're not expecting that. The spam's wild. He doesn't get anything done. Eventually, Electronic goes down with so much damage, but that's unconfirmed. They don't know how low these players are.
Nice retrieval of the Galil. At least doesn't fall into CT hands, but I think that's a consolation prize at this stage.
Oh, this is very, very scary for Navi now. Look at this. Another Monster Smoke's just landed. They're going to comb forward at A. They're sending Shocks forward. Trying to take some space.
If they don't push forward, this is going to fall apart.
I think they must be. Now they've smoked off bathrooms, they're definitely going to push, right? It's just the timer of when to Navi pull the trigger on the B bomb site. Boomich leading the charge here. Up the sandbag position. We'll have to deal with Kyojin tucked in towards barrels. Vitality know now.
They know. Kyojin. One would be great, doesn't. But tags up Simple further. 30 HP for the superstar. Shocks trying to keep him busy. He's kept a couple busy. They haven't even pushed the site yet. They don't have answers.
Out of
And now
bullets.
Zywoo's got headshots. Shocks, your life is worth so much right now. You stop the rotate. They are going to go for the plant. A fake, no less, buying more time for the gap to be closed. Pushing in through these smokes. It's chaos. Pandemonium. A denial here could win the round, and he can't quite find it through the box. That's Bit with a crucial headshot, but the boost is back. And now, so are Vitality. Still a threat. It's a 10-second defuse, so they have to find these with a degree of pace. Don't come easy. Simple monster side, and Perfecto to hold the hunt. Spotted out. Masuta knows where they both were. He'll try and make this as costly as possible. Running light on time. Tickle, try and take him down. Perfecto looking for info, he does find it safely. Well played by the Navi boys there. A good recovery, and Simple responsible for 3.
Oh, got dicey there for a couple of moments, didn't it? That wasn't easy. That was not easy at all.
That was just the second round force.
Yeah, and now things should get a whole lot easier, right? So this kill right here onto Kyojin, right? Simple takes a lot of damage. That's not where it gets scary. Shock's opening that door, a real threat. That opens the door for them to push on out and take some fights here, and coming all the way down to a 2-on-1 with low HP on everybody involved. Now it will just be the light upgrade, so no armor, no smokes, no HEs, just the headshots required now for Vitality if they want to play spoiler here. Oh, Electronic, are you really going to try this again?
Yeah, same result for Tats. Yep, swung out. It's Boomich that saves the day with the spray. Zywoo's still around. It is just the Deagles. It's a light, an attempt at resistance.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? Now that those kills have come on in, we find ourselves in a 3-on-2. Navi still need to play where are the CTs, right? Because they've had time to reposition. Navi didn't react immediately based off the information they had. They knew where Zywoo was. He has a kill. So now they're starting to turn their attention back towards B. There's a window where Zywoo could, if he gets a hurry on, be over there. It's going to be too late now. And they're coming on in.
Masuta could get Molotov'd out here, but it's just the bullets required. Navi are into the site. The classic Simple carry until plant, then Bit becomes his friend.
His best friend.
Best friend, that's what I was going to say. And there's the 6th. All right, well, there's your conversions. It's better than they did off the first pistol they won.
Okay, but this is how hard it is right now, guys, at home. Navi would have to win this round, right? And let's assume that they win this round and they kill everybody on Vitality. Into the next round to play, Vitality will still get the max loss bonus. So they can go for another light upgrade buy, right? So they're still threatening. Navi will have to dispel that. They're the harder rounds. You don't know what's coming your way. Then Vitality will get another gun round out. At that point, right, we're 3 rounds down, oh, sorry, would be 2 rounds down the track. The score is still 12-8. So Navi have so much work to do just to get this back into touching distance of anything respectable.
Yeah, but they have shown a new tenacity, you know. Navi have overcome bigger discrepancies than this.
T-side of overpass though, you know?
I know, but I also know who he's up against. This is the volatile French. This is volatile Vitality. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but I certainly wouldn't complain if we got the full 5 Mirage to finish just like Beijing.
I think I'd really like to see Mirage at the last. Remember, we saw Navi getting tested by Big at one point during the group stage, right? And for Vitality, for me, Mirage has always seemed like an odd map for them, but
I think Shox didn't play it for like 5 years of his career, so good to see him back on it.
The French didn't play it for a while there. I think it's good for the likes of Masuda and Kyojin, though. It's a map where, because they came up through the Pug realms, right? I think that's a map that they're obviously very well versed in. But here's the man, ZywOo. AWP posted up. Bitch can get to rights here.
Accelerates through that potential vulnerability. He's cool. Lives on.
Time's a problem, though, Alex. Look at this. 35 seconds left on the clock, and Navi really don't have a lot of real estate. Shox is taking that away from them at A. It will be the B finish.
It has to be the B finish. And they're even considering contesting on short here.
Oh, big problems now.
Oh, looking flustered. They just flashed themselves.
Out of nades.
20 seconds. They're stampeding into the site. And Masuda just stands to deliver the first. Big from Kyojin. Now that's impact. And only one remains. Boomich up against the wall. Apex confirms it. And 13 locked in. Vitality 3 rounds away from pushing us to a 5th map in this grand final. It has been, I mean, look at the top right now for your recap. If you missed it, I'll let Chad Birchall break it down. Dust 2, though, it was Navi looking like the Navi we expected to show up in the finals.
Yeah, I think the scoreline of Dust 2 probably not completely on point with how that game went. It was Navi domination. But if we are going to look at the scores and the way that this one likely to finish as well, similar scoreline to what we had on Inferno, the games that Vitality have won have been by quite a dominating fashion, right? I know, Nuke, you consider that first half that Navi had that scene, but then the scoreline, right? I know we sometimes take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. There's a lot of factors there, but on paper, in the history books, when people go back, it's going to read as, wow, Vitality owned them on their picks. Let's see how the 5th goes.
Yeah, big bang, bong. 13-6, there's no way in. There's absolutely no way in. Now, there I was trying to find something to dig my claws into for the Navi close here, but it's just not looking within the realms of possibility.
It doesn't feel like they have enough in their back pocket to pull out here. Like, that was the first gun round, and we're sitting there at 35 seconds, and they don't even look like they know where they want to finish. They're flustering nades. The pressure really starting to mount right now. They've actually given an AK to Simple, so it's a last-ditch attempt, really. And why the hell not? You're already down in this kind of deficit. You may as well see if your X Factor can be that for you. He was almost a non-issue in the first half, completely unable to find any impact over towards that A site. If he can get his engine going, at least for Mirage, where he's going to be a necessity here for this team, it's a good sign. And well, there they go. They're just going to crumble like that. Simple's AK still persists, but how's he going to find the frag? I don't know, man. Like, you think about the echoes of that reverse sweep, best of 5, IEM, Beijing, Haidan, grand final, ZywOo dismantling them with multiple aces in that map. You can't forget about that if you're Navi.
Oh, for sure. And they also can't forget about what's at stake. Boomich to try and take a chance, and it doesn't get far. Despite the flash, Kyojin takes him down. Electronic will drop that bomb, and here comes the Simple AK. Would need all of them, the whole 5. Kyojin close. Looking to take that fight immediately. Not going to play safe. We all learned a lesson a few days ago. And so, 14 acquired. The hero AK doesn't land a thing.
Yeah, it's basically a shutout right there, right? The fact that the AK comes in and gets 1 kill, at that point it's just a consolation frag. It means nothing in the whole scheme of this game right now. Vitality are sitting pretty. Navi have to sit here and go through another timeout, their 3rd used in this map alone. 21 for Kyojin.
Yeah, this is huge for him.
Make it 22. Big boy game for Kyojin here. This is actually really, really good signs, right? This is what we wanted to see. It was one of the win conditions, have him just be here as a serviceable member, and he has been. This is his first grand final. And it's looking like it's going to be going the distance for the best of 5, so see who the fatigue affects more here. The guns are out, and you don't love to see it, but they've been able to get out 4 Galils with full utility behind it. So not a requirement right now for the Navi T side to be able to operate. Simple with the AWP. No utility. He just has to point and click. Oh, this is some odd stuff coming out from Vitality here. Look at this long push with Kyojin and Masuda. This is strange, right? They're throwing different looks.
That Molotov almost welcomes them in, and Bit strafing out. Messy spray from both of them, but it leads to a 1-for-1 exchange.
Guys, who will win?
An equivalent exchange. Now Electronic looking to rustle up some alchemy of his own on short. 5 frags to his name so far. The team behind him starts to sweep in.
Give a like, guys.
And there is some reactive util to be dropped here if Vitality fancy it.
Who will win.
That incendiary's bang on the money. Electronic, safe. And Boomich is in. Simple's posted his name in the feed. It's been a while. And Boomich another. Is this one locked and all loaded? Kyojin takes one before the grave. Now Zywoo 1v2 makes it 1v1 almost instantaneously, and Perfecto around the site. Zywoo got a lot to do, can't adjust in time.
Nice.
That's another one saved by the Perfecto clutch, a 1vx for him in the bank. Navi take a 7th, and that is enough to at least take some of the funds out of the Frenchman.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, put him on.
They put him on, he won a clutch.
Won a clutch immediately. The stats don't lie. The stats don't lie, dude.
Those glasses are goated. All right.
Okay, so flashed through a smoke. Perfect.
To be fair, Zywoo got a bit of a cheeky one there as well, didn't he? He got that kill up to Boomich through the corner of some of the walls there. So they both had a cheeky beaky AWP shot, and now both back in the round with an AWP in play. Vitality, they're at the point of being broken here. They lose this. Navi can get closer to the double digits here, but it still hasn't felt all that convincing just yet. Let's see, can they turn the screws at all? Zywoo, the solo defender of the A site. Masuta ready to peer on out from that sandbag position, and Apex jumping for whatever info he can. Navi feel like they're walking on eggshells right now. What's the decision going to be? And well, there's that AWP.
You see the temptation in Masuta. He knows where Boomich is. Zywoo given a lot of responsibility in this round. Posted up on the toilets. Just trying to sell something towards the toilets. I don't think an AWP shot's quite going to be enough. Not going to cut the mustard.
Still have 3 here on B. This is looking great for Vitality now.
And Apex is so loud and brazen about this. A miss from Simple. Masuta shuts him down. They might have to go through this. This is just the shutdown, looking like 15. Nice from Kyojin, makes it 25. This is a map from the young gun. And Masuta partnering up for the challenge. Perfecto takes 2 heads with him. He's always scary, is Perfecto, but Vitality are looking to push Mirage here, and they have got 8 opportunities.
If this was, you know, this is another one of those matter of time games. You know, you have a 12-3 first half T-side Vitality any day of the week, and I guess maybe the grand final is the only time that wouldn't have been the case. So that's why I waited until the scoreline got to 15-7. Is that you know, they were going to convert this, right? There was hardly any way that Navi were getting back in it. They didn't look like they had any idea on the CT half. Now on their T side, late, and again against not even a full buy. They just don't look like they have enough to operate with. And it's just these pistols here. Vitality just do their best to swat this away. Simple trying to get cheeky. Up on the pipe position in connected, just clearing out whatever he can find.
Vitality aren't going to let this one slip away. Actually, I like the challenge. Can we do an X-ray off for the finish? Let's live in the reality.
Oh boy, what an ad.
Of the T side. Let's see what they actually are working with. Thank you so much.
I don't know if Jakey can hear us.
You can't hear us?
I don't know.
That would be really hard to observe without hearing the casters,
I
wouldn't
know. Oh, he's heard us now. Here we go.
Nice find from Shox in the toilets. He doesn't know how many have slipped through, though, and it's ZywOo takes down Simple from the show, needs another. They are closing that gap. So much uncertainty. Swung on. The Boom HD is good for one, but only the one. Electronic keeps it competitive. If they get the bomb down, Chad, and that's an if. Shock's the one to change my mind, and now all on Electronic. It's wrapped up neat and tidy, and a dominant posting from Vitality for the fourth. They push us all the way. Navi denied their first opportunity for the Millie. Intel Grand Slam will be fought for over on Mirage.
Yeah, everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, it's so cold outside, break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way. Even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, it's so cold outside,
conclusion of that map, I got one guarantee for you. Somebody's winning ESL Pro League, and that's what we know for sure, because at this point, it's all up in the air, isn't it, Yanko?
Yes, it is. I mean, this has to mean, Trace, that Mirage is going to be a banger, right? It's going to be a close map. It has to, right? Like, it's been so one-sided, each team just dominating really their own map pick, and here a 12-3 T-side scoreline, that's just impressive by Vitality.
I think both teams in this grand final have been so authoritative on their map picks. Like, they have let nothing to chance, absolutely nothing to coincidence. We're talking between 9 and 12 T-side round one by whoever picked the map. Here, Vitality again, showcasing showcasing what you can do on the T side. Shox, grandiose as well. We can make a parallel as well between Electronic on Nuke, who made life so hard outside, and then Shox this time around towards the B side, finding 8 opening kills. He was everywhere.
This guy was, I think, already up on the 20 mark before the first half even ended. So if that wasn't a tone setter, a pace-setting sort of movement by Shox, then I'm not sure what else you were looking for. But between Shox and Kyojin, they definitely got the job done here. Kyojin!
Yeah, he had 21 kills in that first half, almost 150 ADR, 2.41 rating. Just impressive. And that B player is crucial on overpass, right? That's kind of your A Palace player on Mirage, really, because when you do stuff towards A, right, when you're taking bathrooms control, when there's trades happening, he can really get a lot of space to work, whether he wants to try to sneak out Monster and search for duels and search for some fights there, or he's just in water and really listening to rotations and giving good information to his in-game leader. And Shox has proven why, you know, we mostly see veteran players in that role, and he executed it to perfection this time around.
So if we just look pass overpass, right, I think it's a pretty fair thing to do, considering this wasn't actually close whatsoever.
It was.
We go into Mirage.
Yeah.
And if we just go ahead and start.
Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold out.
The second round to the force buy from Vitality, so just really trying to not let that happen, try to get some momentum early. They couldn't string 2 rounds together in that half. I mean, they won 3 altogether, so, but still, right, like that just is the name of the game for Vitality. They're very, very good at playing from ahead.
12 threes are not going to cut it. It doesn't matter how you look at it, you know, and that's the unfortunate reality for either team that might find themselves in that situation going into Mirage.
And I think also it's important, for example, to, you know, for players not to really take matters into their own hands if things start going awry for Navi. You know, even if you lose if you're losing 5-0, something like that, you need to stick to your guns, right? Stick to what got you here, be patient and try to close it out.
And this is the hardest to do, because now the context of what we're doing is probably dawning on the players. Right? I know they will try, they'll do their best not to think about, you know, what's happening around and what they could win or not. They're going to focus, they're going to say they play the game as it is. I don't believe that is so easy to do. I think it's easier said than done. You're going to have 16 rounds to decide, or 16 rounds to win, to decide who wins the grand final. For Navi, it's the Inter Grand Slam. For Vitality, it's the kilo bonus as well on top of that. It's huge. There's so much on the line.
So what does the math look like? Because I know you were nerding it up.
Yeah, I did some cool math.
Get your calculator out, start punching some numbers. So what exactly did they tell you, man?
I had some fun with the numbers. I was calculating price pool. If Navi win Mirage in regulation, 16 rounds they need, they would win $75,000 per round.
Oh, that
is a pretty good return on investment.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
$75,000.
Maybe you can divide the money as well, like who was the most impactful in the rounds.
Well, let's not start that kind of thing. Okay, it's very dangerous.
So over ADR, kill assist, enemies flash.
Gonna have people not flashing for their teammate anymore because they want more of that, you know.
Or just flashing their teammate. Yeah, there's that as well. So for Mirage, I think we've got a pretty good stage set for a final map of the series, and I'm pretty sure if there's experience in the server like there isn't going to be a conversation about fatigue at this point.
There would be a conversation about fatigue. Of course, I think both teams have experience. They have experience with best of 5 trades. They know. They have the stamina. They're ready for that now.
I mean, simple as like coming back from an event in NA, lands at 4 p.m. and at 6 p.m. he's streaming. That guy's a machine, so he's pretty well. He's not going to have any problems keeping up with the momentum. And the games weren't like super long. This came across my mind, you know, the Gambit Heroic final we had a while back. Those games were long, overtimes as well. Right here, it's been just the time span has been shorter.
We mentioned simple, right? And I have this sensation, this tingling sensation that we haven't seen monstrous simple quite yet in the grand final. We've seen flashes, we've seen great moves, great kills, but I haven't really seen him take over, really take control. Would that not be fitting, the 5th map, to win the Inter Grand Slam, to put his name to have the achievement next to him, as logic would have it, the best player in the world to actually get that title, for him to pop off, because that's what happened in Cologne.
Yeah.
He pop off massively in Cologne on Mirage. So are we going towards that
दादा
direction, or
vote
is silence
करे दियो
gone?
Well,
Something to say?
जेके जीत
I mean,
गया
with all things that we've seen today, guys, 3, 2, 1, who do you have?
Navi.
Vitality.
Oh boy, I love a house divided. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a break. We come back with the 5th and final map of ESL Pro League Season 14. There's no more maps. There are no more matches to be played. This is it for all the marbles. Let's see what happens when we return.
Yes, nice shot, my friend.
Cheaters ruining your plays?
I have eyes on the enemy.
Bad servers stopping your shots? What you need is ESEA. Advanced anti-cheat to stop cheaters. And the best servers around, all with 128 tick rate. ESEA, the best way to play CSGO.
Choose nades, choose a smoke, choose a flashbang. Choose team badges to support your favourite CSGO team. Choose an ESEA Premium membership. Choose routes you know bring in wins. Choose pro video tips. Choose the fan club wars. Choose behind the scenes content. Choose good grades. Choose guns you know you can shoot right. Choose bingo. Choose the equipment you know is going to get your team the win thanks to heat maps. Choose the CSGO Hub Premium, the complete package to help you and your squad achieve all your CSGO goals.
Inspiration, like woo, just notice, never stop, never quit. People wanna see you doing good, but never better than them. Gotta push yourself to the limits. You cannot lose if you are not in it. You gotta lose sometimes just to win it. Don't get discouraged, it's just the beginning. Yeah, turn up. Don't end up a Timmy Turner. Don't get caught up in the streets. Don't get caught up with a burner. Don't be a slow learner. Oh no, you only get one shot, one chance. Talking March Madness at the big dance. Talking big man, no care.
This is our final map of the series. Chalo bhai. Last map. Now we are one map away from join. देखते हैं भाई कौन जीतेगा. Navi will make it to win. चलो गाइस, चलो आ जाओ भाई, देखने के लिए आ जाओ, जल्दी से आ जाओ गाइस. स्टार्ट होगा अभी. दो मिनट का टाइम है गाइस. Guys, do comment down below who will win this match, guys. Comment, and there is a poll, guys. Do vote in the poll, guys. I want to see, guys. Guys, if you are new to the channel, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and help me to grow my channel. And also give a like, guys. Guys, do comment down below, guys, that who will win. Whom do you think that who will win, guys? Do comment down below who will win, guys. The match will start within 35 seconds, guys. আবেগ ভট্টাচার্য বললাম তো বল নাভি হ্যাঁ নাভি চলো 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 নাভি জিতবে I'm also a supporter of Navi. Guys, welcome to my
So
channel,
close, they
guys.
can almost taste it. And yet Vitality make quick work of Overpass, which brings us to our 5th. They've been decisive victories, no real back and forth tit-for-tat action. Well, if Navi truly want to convert it tonight, not only winning their first Pro League title, but the Intel Grand Slam for good measure, it would be up against the Vitality T side.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, we've been here before, Chad.
And he had a
Fifth map.
P250 in his hands as well, didn't he? It was the first round of the 5th map. Here we go.
No. And they charge in. Electronic good for the first. He was kept very quiet on Overpass, and Bit ready to put his name in the feed as well. So this was very simple, really, from the French. And hang on, Chad. I really am getting flashbacks. What's happening here? The 10 HP, the P250.
Nice, guys. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You just seen the stars align again.
No, actually, I couldn't have that. I would have just been quiet throughout the whole thing. I wouldn't have been able to watch it.
Okay, all right. Navi.
What a round by
Chad.
Navi,
Yeah,
guys. What a
they
round.
have been. Now, in case you don't know what Alex and I are talking about, right now on your second Mullen, maybe your phone, go back and check out the ZywOo. I think it was a 2v5.
6K, yeah, he killed 6 people.
He defied the laws of Counter-Strike. Check that one out from the IEM Beijing Haidan Grand Final between these two. It was the 5th map.
Oh, this looks fun. The double run boost Glock Eco. Woo! It works for...
Oh, bro, what the fuck is going on,
Now
guys?
the AKs are going to come out here, so all good. First 2 rounds under
Kya ho
our belt.
raha hai,
You're right,
guys?
We need something to sink our teeth into. We need a back and forth affair here. We've gone the distance and give the viewers something to sink their teeth into.
Chad, they went for 4 FAMAS in that one. And up against the full Glock Eco, it now means that coming into round 3, Navi's buy just looks so limp.
Yeah, and look, the rationale here is if you know or you have an inclination that Vitality without the plant are going to go for an eco, you get those rifles up early. I know it's not the best. I know it's not M4s for everybody here, but at least it's rifles to contest, and fast towards middle they go. Shots quickly spammed on through there. Electronics found a gap in the smoke, and that's a nice opener.
That is exactly what Electronic was missing before. Apex, that is some brave stuff. Full commit towards the CT spray. Nothing, though, in the feed. It is 2 to the good for Navi here to post their 3rd, and those FAMAS, what do I know? Looking very comfortable up against the AK-47. ZywOo, however, on the reload, could be hunted down. Multiple targets in front of him, and now suddenly we're in a 2-on-2. Perfecto's pushed T-spawn, so they're actually kind of in between both of them.
Oh dear. If ZywOo just wants to go late towards B here, because Kyojin's currently parked in the underpass with the bomb, might be a head-on with Perfecto here, who's having a double back all the way through the B apartment, silently getting further and further away from
Look at what Kyojin's holding, bro.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Electronic's gone up in towards Palace. Perfecto's been left to find whatever information he can, and he doesn't know where they are. They could literally be anywhere right now.
So they've fully cut noise to the point now where Navi have no idea.
Electronic up towards Palace right now could be the complete spoiler, right? If he stays undetected and ZywOo doesn't molly this Palace position, he can just deny the plant and should secure the round.
But this is ZywOo we're talking about. And actually, Electronic's not going to wait around him. They think they caught a whiff. They caught a whiff. ZywOo beheads him. Problems now. Safe assumption. Perfecto was on B. They got all the time in the world to set themselves up in this after plant.
Perfect.
And no real hope for Perfecto. He has got his glasses on, Chad.
And he does have a full belt of utility here, which unfortunately means he may just go for the save.
Oh, there is saving specs.
Yeah.
Didn't change them out for the clutching specs.
I could have done a good joke, but I don't know if the rest of the world has spec savers.
Yes.
You do?
We do. But then
Damn.
again, you guys are kind of like the cool Brits. So.
I thought we were like the
Can you
budget
clutch?
Brits,
Perfect.
but
No, you're like the ones, but you get like sun and you kind of a
He
bit
will
more
save, I
cool.
think.
We're a
Yeah.
bit buttoned up and iffy and bigoted.
yeah, it rains all the time for you guys though, so no wonder you're miserable half the time.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is a really quite a bad round for Navi to lose, all things considered, because that kicked off fantastically well. They get the 2 opening kills. They're sitting pretty in a 3-on-5. And the reason it's so bad, look, when the scoreline reads 2-1, you don't think it's bad, but just remember what's going through the Navi's players' heads right now, right? This is their Pro League Grand Final, the Intel Grand Slam. They've been in a 5-map best of 5 before against Vitality, and they've lost it on the 5th.
Damn, Chad. I mean, yeah, it's not like they're not going to have forgotten on any of that either.
No, so stack all those things up. The pressure definitely mounting on them, and we know that Navi historically, right, the org has been one that's had some issues as far as tilt goes. So
Yeah, and you want some individual tilt. How about the guy that stole your #1 2 years running? Simple versus Zywoo. Boomich for now contending with Palace. Oh, Boomich screwed
bad
by
luck.
the timing. Can you believe it? Just as he switches away. And that smoke from Simple does keep him relevant. Electronic as well pulls himself back into the fray with a frag. Apex worming around this, but that's the...
Oh, that's a big miss.
That's a big miss. Tuck in tail now, but the bomb's down and it's game on. Cycling through his nades, I was thinking about this. Takes a chance, Simple catches him. Making good on his previous shortcomings now. No nades, so it's just gonna be a tough fight. Masuta from ramp. Apex, however, is gonna have to do it all. And he's already revealed his location.
Nice,
Well, take
bro,
one with him,
nice.
but well recovered there from the Navi
Guys,
camp.
do give your
Okay, and that
vote
was
out,
scrapping
bro.
by together,
In the
right? They
comment
just lost
section
that
below.
round. They're having to
There
throw
is a
some guns
poll,
across,
guys.
get the AWP in the hands of
vote
Simple,
out.
and he gets 2 kills. Now,
To
let's
give
be
your
honest,
opinion in the
everybody. If
vote.
you've watched a lot of Simple
will
play,
win?
we haven't had the Simple that we all know and love tonight. We haven't had the one ripping the server apart.
It
And
doesn't get
that
worse.
right there.
It truly cannot
Bad
go
miss,
worse
bro.
than that.
Yeah.
Very
Boomich
bad
is going to
miss,
be
guys.
mega frustrated with that one there. Great from Simple to continue to worm around that smoke after that miss, but all in all, here we go, 3-1. Guns back out for Vitality. The plants made this one possible. Apex's frustration is going to be one to keep tabs on too.
But yeah, as you were discussing regarding Simple, he hasn't needed to, you know, in their victories. It's been a team effort for sure, but at this stage in the game, when it is do or die, milli or no, killer bonus for the
nothing.
boys. Or
Or
nothing.
literally
Not
nothing.
literally nothing, yeah.
I think it's like 80 grand or something
80k or 1.2 mil. Up for debate in Mirage here. It is kind of crazy. And they will, admittedly, though it does not necessarily have implications tonight, they do have 2 or more opportunities before it times out,
Sure.
right? So this wouldn't be their last chance. I am Winter. But either way,
Another
legged into
tag.
Kyojin, yeah. Well, they live on. Might want to throw his rifle over to Shox if he can find him, who currently is detached from the pack. They're looking to take a bit of mid-control, or at least flirt with it. Here comes Bit, a solo mission, and he does eliminate Masuta. Can't do much with that one. Look at that smoke. It doesn't really cover them, but Kyojin will catch him all the same. Another one, Simple. Slips by the wayside. Zywoo's solo and with the bomb committed. This is a weird one for Vitality. There's no way in. Only Apex up against the world.
Oh.
And there it is, falling apart, falling flat.
Okay, 4-1 now. And some shots just go on
Sir,
either side here.
bhai,
Simple
log,
still will
Navi are
convert, and look,
playing
Perfecto, they got even a great chance against Apex, who looked like he
like
was in
the
another
Flash.
wild spray. So we've already seen Apex from Palace attempt to go downtown in a ticket fight with Boomich. And then there, look, we didn't
Flash
get to
की
see
तरह
it first
खेल रहा है
person,
भाई
but I
Navi.
can tell you it probably wasn't the prettiest. We'll catch up from Perfecto's perspective here, so able to slow him on down. And then this one here, yeah, Apex has gone for a... That was Zywoo. Apex is still coming. There you go. That's what I wanted to get to. So there was one more on Perfecto's naughty list there, and it will have to be the eco.
Look at them, look at them. I mean, they just know they're within touching distance, and every little extra you can juice out of your team, whether it's through celebrations or words of affirmation, now is the time. You're already up, and you know you've got the most ridiculously emotional leader on the other side of things. Get under his skin, shoot his corpse a little bit if you're up and running.
He's trying to get him fired up there. Whatever he's saying, let's see if it manifests in some success here, because Apex is going for the classic. You guys go B, you guys go A, and I'll go B and plant, right? We all know that one.
We've seen it before.
And that requires his teammates to get some traction on this A site. So everybody with the meat cleaver of a deagle in their hands. Zaiwu in Palace. 3 currently residing over towards the A ramp. And before you really have a look in right now, if you're Vitality, you want to wait for these smokes to subside. So waiting out the early protocol utility of Navi. And now they're starting to have a look. All 3 proceeding up the ramp. Boomich is the man to find over towards Ticket.
Well, he's been spotted out, and the presence on A has been noted. Boomich calls for assistance. Simple Electronic fly to their aid. Still plenty of time for this one. Bits rotated to the short side, pushed up. And
boost.
The sandwich boost will give them a little bit of a slip here. Oh, Simple's down. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Still holding fast on the B side. That bomb plant still looking unlikely. More frags found. Shocks down, but they didn't see the bomb. And he's just going for it. Perfecto. His patience is rewarded.
Oh, what a shot, bro. What a shot.
Give him a moment.
Navi will win, guys.
So
Hope for the best, guys.
you want to fight me?
Guys, if you are Navi fan, then smack
All right. Well, there
like
you have
button,
it,
guys.
5-1, and a great start for Navi. Now, I'll be that guy. Someone has to be. When there's been great starts from a team, they've won the map.
I don't want it to go down like this.
Nobody does. Everybody at home, sitting here, tuning in. Simple versus Zaiwu. Lots of excitement, lots of clutches, really close games, back and forth affairs. None of that.
Yeah, maybe we should give Harry and Hugo a call.
Get him on the phone.
Get him on
they
the
get
phone.
all the exciting games.
Good Lord. As always, it's the semi-finals that have delivered some high-octane moments, but we're here in our 5th. Oh, and Electronic looking a little lost there, charging up mid. Apex greets him with a spray, and Util dump here. They've got a bit of a congregation of Frenchmen on that Tetris. Flashed off, advancing regardless. Do need to see a plant soon, because the rotate's on its way, and Zoewu's already been caught. That's big from Boomich. The bullets through the smoke don't find him, so now we've got a 4-on-4 for the retake. Great flash, no one takes the fight. Setup is there, a couple more flashes where that came from, and Vit's the first from Navi to advance. Well controlled, Kyojin posts another. High impact. As the newest addition, he adjusts on the jump. Boomich down.
Save?
Yeah, you have to. You got an AWP on Simple. He's already charging away from the site. Well, this will be at least some evidence that Vitality can hang with the big boys here.
Now we're cooking. They've just gone towards A. They get gifted a free kill, opening top mid. Electronic giving up another opening death. He had his fair share of those on overpass. And they just stick to their guns. They get on in. And Kyojin, right? Let's see. Imagine if he comes alive in this 5th map of Mirage here and just lights him up. That overpass would have done wonders for his confidence. So we're getting caught off guard there. In the end, it doesn't matter.
Fair
And
play.
committing to the spray as well, right? He has to be trapped. He's either going to run out wide off your spray, or he's just going to stand there and take the bullets. That one is beautiful. And now we do have the buyback in from Navi here. Those saves, it has facilitated a chance at another gun round here, but they're going to take the timeout to talk this one through. And every single one of these timeouts that they have, they need to be good, right? They need to be used at key times. Because for Navi, every single round, I feel like the emotions are going to be swelling to such a point. You're in your own little bubble as well, right? You're not going to be humbled by a crowd being against you or being woken up. You're in your own little bubble. So whatever you manifest in that room right now, could come back to bite you here. So timeout has concluded. AWP will be scooped on up from Simple. Everybody's got their rifles, M4, A4s, and an AK for Perfecto. Util looking good, and Kit's in play, and away we go again, back towards this A bomb site. Boomich, they're going to come knocking on your door, my friend.
There's no smoke, there's no mirrors. This is just the brute force 5-man throw nades and commit. This is retro. Walking on in. Smokes are still blooming. Boomich will be jumping for info and confirms there's action on the site. The smoke to at least segregate and delay that plant. Good spray, tagging him up, but they're into the site. They're still floating around Tetris. No real ground covered by Vitality.
What's he meant to do here?
He's looking for an angle, anything to get confirmation that the squad is here. And wow, Massoud has actually tagged him up there, I think. Boomich is down. Zaiwu saves his teammate from a cruel fate, and there goes Simple. Suddenly, Vitality's A-hits looking potent. The frags just delivered to them one by one, single file. Bomb to be planted. Perfecto just looking to catch a couple on this push for CT control. And he could catch more than they bargained for here. He's picked up an AWP, so Apex steadies his aim and calms us all down for a Vitality 3rd.
Wow, all right, that was a full investment. Navi drop guns to make that happen. They saved to make that round happen, and it's just gone in the blink of an eye, right? Boomich is getting bullied there. He has two choices. He can either sit, retake the entire time, or he can go and actually try and find some traction into the site. And he went for the option of traction, and he just got removed. Bullets coming through, damage done, nowhere to hide. And maybe nowhere to hide for Electronic now. Bomb, a long way gone here. Shox has come up through the underpass, and it looks like he's done pressing the issue here. So this will be Vitality with their third, and now we're back into it. Loss bonus, 1,900 into the next round of play. Any Navi, they could go for another buy if they would like. Perfecto and Simple have enough right now. Electronic could drop a Famas across, and Boomich could buy himself here if they want to purchase. But at the moment, think about what these A hits have done. It will force Navi to play either a heavy A setup, right, having more players close towards A ramp or Palace. Something different needs to come on through. Simple's been given the AWP. Okay, well, we've seen this before. Perfecto was the only one who could make that happen. It's just a bit of a crippled buy with the saved AK and the AWP right now. And Simple on Nuke found multiple kills when he was gifted the AWP like this, so they need him to step up. There's a lot of faith in his hands here.
Yeah, he's just averted his gaze to smoke off that Palace, which is the 3-man assault. And on the repeat, some territory's been lost. Shox is already tucked into the ladder room early. Lovely amount of map control. Oh, the vent's already broken. Even better. He can slink if he desired all the way through. Simple aware of the gap, has to address it. But this is ideal for Apex, right? He can call the pincer when he sees fit.
Boomich is just getting bullied here, though, isn't he?
They are really isolating him. Again, he's all alone. Simple smoked off. It's literally just Boomich and Simple turns. Oh, Vitality, they're here. Mirage, game on. And that saved AWP, or recovered, bought AWP, will have to be recovered. There we go, nearly got the sentence out.
Shox knows it's gone right now. They should try and hunt, try and take this AWP away, right? I feel like Navi have screwed themselves with this type of a purchase. If they don't hold on to the AWP and the AK of Electronic, oh, so much damage being done.
Perfecto. He's got a chance for the AK, but now it all falls to Electronic to save this AWP. And there's still about 20 seconds left. Good luck, have fun. And as he peeks out, looking to escape, he will do so. A fake smoke, trying to... Oh, now they have to use it. Apex is on the site, ZywOo in apps, there's no way. Simple wants it, Navi wants it, Electronics hunted, still hitting shots, but in the last seconds it's fallen. ZywOo gets himself a lovely upgrade, not for Simple today, changes his mind. I guess they've got plenty of cash should he desire.
Oh dear.
Wow, okay, well that's quite the return to form, a resurgence from Vitality here.
Yeah, and you really have to start worrying about Navi now, especially if they buy into this next round of play, and I can confirm that they are. Bitch just bought in Boomich to follow, Electronic doing the same. Perfecto bought that AWP for Simple, and he gets nothing out of it. That means Perfecto now has to just wield this Deagle, and the pressure for Navi, it's getting to him. There's no doubt about that. If Navi lose this one, oh, all right, don't worry about that conversation. Bit. Apex down through the smoke. They're coming B. Perfecto only with his Deagle, remember?
Yeah, Simple's got the M4. Shox is vulnerable, trying to delay with jumps. Perfecto's done so much. That Deagle is all he needs, Chad. Simple and Perfecto combine to repel the B take. ZywOo up against 5. And he's in the smoke. It's stared at by Bit. Audio cues to build a picture. ZywOo, stone-face killer, with nothing to report.
Just in no man's land right there, giving it his best crack, but call that 6 now. And okay, there's plenty of money for a Vitality buy, but that was sketch for Navi, right? That purchase, they're lucky to get upgrades out of this, and well, they're lucky to find this one too. Like, what does he see? Absolutely nothing. Perfecto doing a great job here. You know, there's so much. I can't tell you how much pressure is on Perfecto in that situation. He just has a Deagle. Yeah, he's anchoring B.
He's the one that gets the info as well. He's making the call and the magic happen with the double. So really big stuff out of Perfecto. A support player, but supporting with frags as well. 9 kills.
They're testing Boomich again. Look at this. They're going back towards A and through Palace one more time. ZywOo with a chance on the AWP there.
Yeah, there's an exception to the rule now, and that is Simple. No longer is Boomich isolated, no longer is Simple rotating in and timing. It's perfect for the first. They've isolated him, they've unloaded their mags, Shox has bullets, baited in, and now the trades favor the French. Apex blind to Electronic, still up to kick a fuss, and they're canceling this. They're returning, there's a lot of unknowns about that mid push and the info there, but they will pull the plug. Game on.
All right,
Oh,
plenty of
bhai.
time for this
Bhai,
as well. So
simple
that
ko dekho
entire
bhai,
skirmish has
kaise
gone down, and we
latak
still
raha
have
hai.
over a minute remaining on the clock. Heaps of utility for Vitality, and they can just press pause. 5v5, how about we play 3v3? So from spawn, all of them grouping on up and starting to head over towards this B bomb site where Bit and that AK-47 currently reside. He's left on an absolute island here, Bit. The rotation from Electronic and Perfecto is miles away.
Oh my god, yeah, that's like full painting a ball with a face on it and talking to it island.
He has a smoke here, Bit. If he dropped it, you know, he could buy himself a bit of a buffer, but I don't feel the timing's going to be there. He's just going to hide bench and hope, just hope he's able to get this timing right.
Well, cavalry will be summoned. Bit. Molotov out. They've done their due diligence. I think one sound cue is enough for them to know there's one on site to contend with, and he will drop util to confirm that. Great util, but still that bomb plant, they need to get it down. 10 seconds, Bit finally found. He's hold his nerve. They need to plant. Bit still exists. Kyojin flustered. He has to plant now. And that's the denial. Go on, Bit. That's magic.
Oh, bro,
Only
what
him
a clutch,
on the site,
what
and he
a
takes them all
clutch.
down with him.
Oh,
What
take
a
a big
clutch.
breath. That got so bloody sketchy there. The Molotovs from Vitality were absolutely
Everywhere
perfect.
he went, there was flames.
They had him completely dead to rights with those flames, and he still manages to survive, even through the flash. Shox unable to convert this kill. Check this out, completely blind. Shox runs past him, unable to get the kill, and then Bit still manages to get away with all of it.
Oh, man.
Oh, bhai sahab.
Like, he is truly playing like someone that's been in a Tier 1 scene for so many years, and Electronic has. And he demonstrates it with a quick control of 4. Vitality came to his mid, and he has sent them packing, looking like an 8th.
Electronic has been great, hasn't he? Right, obviously on the last map, he dropped off on Overpass, but you think about the maps he's been present for and the impact we've been seeing out of this guy. Give him the ace, give him that final kill. Apex just below him now, and there it is. Electronic, he takes them
what
all.
the
Give him the
fuck,
MVP.
yeah,
We'll have to look at the stats. The dude's looking insane.
8-4. This has happened very, very quickly now. Vitality, they need a response, and they need it immediately. This is great. The first two showing you just that aim, just tapping away, and then the spray, long range, mowing him down. I know they're on eco, right? I know a lot of you out there making the eco Cobra hiss, but still, like, someone's going to make those kills. And that's at range, right? Electronic demonstrating his skill right there.
Yeah, anything you can do, Apex, I can do a whole lot better. Okay, another change up. Makes up for the mid defense. And this time, Zai was the one looking for a way in. Just as Electronic slips out. He knows he's on a timer for the underpass, and he's timed his nade to perfection. Just as Apex arrived, so did the nade, a bit shy of the mark, but leaves one all the same.
See, from this conditioning of going A all the time, Simple is so scared of the A bomb site. He's having to be over and cheating over to help Boomich a little bit more. Mid's more susceptible here, so working on some control. Mid's forward.
Oh, okay, bringing some aggression to the
bad
plate,
luck.
but this time Apex comfortable. Both of them there, Simple aware. They've left the bomb so far back, so this is all just to find and seize an early advantage. The retake util gets them sketched out, but no one takes a glance. But these are the kind of advantages we've seen Vitality very rarely let slip. Apex has a tendency to just use this pack rolly mentality, a little Shoxy lurk for good measure. As long as they have enough time, time has previously come back to bite them on a few of these advantage rounds, and then all it takes is another one from Electronic. Boomich in tow, Simple there. This A site is going to be a tough cookie to crack. And already Boomich with the first, Masuta at least neutralizing the Electronic threat, and the headshots come easy. 20 seconds, they spotted out Simple. They know there's one in Palace, but the bomb goes down and no reason to give them the fight. A back and forth affair, Chad.
Simple, he's gone. He's lost the AWP. Zywa cut off the rotation, and he's hunting for the last man. And Perfecto was short. Zywa with the pressure, he gets the kill. And that is 5 now. And oh, Navi, they have enough here to go for another buy. But yeah, we do have that back and forth nature and Vitality when they strike. That is great, right? Every little element of that is good. They were already thinking about what if for the save. Safety net of Shox coming out here. Look at this, just going to absolutely blindside Boomich. There's no way for Simple to cover him there. And this is great from Zywa. Look, this is his 6th and his 7th kill, but huge kills to find.
Yeah, forces all of that to be rebought into our 14th. So should Navi falter, could be pretty etch-a-sketched for them to convert a 9th.
Another stalled out approach here from Vitality. You can just see how passive they are. Top mid, Apex and Zywa over towards A again. So they've been getting their way at this A bomb site. Vitality are getting in without too many dramas whatsoever. Bits over here now. Boomich jump peeking again. Simple and Electronic have a very aggressive mid stance right now. So they have all the info they could require. Simple was just watching Underpass. And here they go.
Yeah, ramp flash, calls and summons Simple to the A site. Electronic responsible for middle, and he's spotted out at least one. Simple returns to back his teammate up, and already catching the aggressing in-game leader. Bomb on its way to A. 3 here. Bit already been brilliant. And he's got multiple targets, both just deleted in a blink of an eye. Now Shox tucked in and known. 50 seconds, he doesn't have to rush this, and as much as he can, he'll tuck in. He repositions and lets Zywa work his magic a little. He's got a load of util, but Zywa gonna try and piece this one together as best he can. Silently confirms nothing actively short. Oh, and he's found one, but the double peeking right back. Shox has some info off the back of that. He knows there's 2 here. Suspects Electronics B. 20 seconds. He has been the difference maker in many of these maps here in the best of 5. Shox fakes it out. Straight into the Simple bullet. Call it 9. Chad Navi looking for a solid defensive half here, especially if they post a 10th. They could just be within that 6-round barrier to collect the Intel Grand Slam, the 3rd name to do so.
This was great stuff here at a bit. Look how snappy it was, right? This second kill was fantastic. A little bit greedy to get the AK for the 3rd. The double swing by Perfecto and Simple was awesome as well. And then here you have it. I think like Shox is obviously playing for the round, right? They could have really used that plant on a couple of their players here, just into the final throws of this first half. Masuda will just be on a D and Kyojin down to a Galil. The other 3 will have AKs, they will have utility behind.
करेंगे भाई, बाद में करेंगे भाई, देख के करेंगे भाई. भाई तुम लोग और एक खेल लो भाई, next match खेलेंगे पक्का. Next match खेलेंगे भाई पक्का पक्का.
There have been bums in seats since 4 p.m. They've gone through a nice eclectic mix of all the maps. And so now the final round of play for the T side of Vitality. Can they leave one final mark? Navi set up for success. The flash is brilliant. Electronic for his 19th. They're still trying to go A. And Simple once again ready to play. 3 here. Boomich confirms there's more presence. I don't even... Zywa had the bomb, so... It's a lot of information. Bit sets himself up to contribute from short.
Boomich is alone again.
How alone is he, though? On the site, sure. Kyojin spotted out. He's keeping all their attention on default. Flashed in. It's perfect. Perfecto.
What a shot,
sets his defender up for a frag. Now only 2. And the mollies are there. The frags are 2. Navi gonna make it 10. Zywa can't have a single complaint to file. And
confirm हो गया guys कि Navi जीत जाएगा भाई. Navi का final है guys. Navi bro. क्या बोलते public Navi fans? Are you happy guys? Bro, what a match, what a match. चलो भाई ब्रेक हो रहा है भाई. क्या सर्फिंग कर रहा है भाई. क्या सर्फिंग कर रहा है भाई पूरा. This is the final good. Guys जल्दी आ जाओ भाई जो भी देखना चाहते हो भाई. ग्रैंड फाइनल गाइस बहुत ही भाई अच्छा हो रहा है भाई. और भाई नवी को भाई क्या बोले भाई फ्लैश. They are playing like a flash guys.
Перемка забрал. Я жду его.
Трон убил.
Ковры. Ковры потащил.
Одно хп! Убьем?
Подождите.
Ой, да что самый момент?
Oh भाई.
So Navi recognizing that it did look a little too familiar, that pistol. Yes, they've been there before. They've been in a grand final, 5th map up against ZywOo and that P250. A different result though. Let's not forget, Vitality broke their hearts here, and now, well, Navi with a solid 5-round lead heading into their T side. Intel Grand Slam. We've been reminding you throughout this series of just how much is at stake, the additional pressure on the shoulders of Navi. And let's see if they can handle it into our last half of the evening. It's an 8th play. All of them here. Apex spots out a couple. They're looking a little quiet in the feed, and they are taking that jungle control. ZywOo to contest it. Masuta to try and back him up, and he's a bit shy of the mark. So's the Woo. And that just leaves 3. Bomb already ticking. Apex has clawed something back. Need a whole lot more than that. There's 2 jungle side, and Electronics not slowing down. Oh! Shocks is happening. He knows where they are. He can pull this back for Vitality. Fakes it out. Knows where they are. Looking for the first head. Electronics are not going to let this one
shot,
go.
bro.
Refuses to quit. Refuses to surrender. And Navi now with a converted pistol. They've got the red carpet rolled out, Chad. The gold bars. They're out. They're being polished as we speak.
Oh dear, what an absolute game this has been from Electronic, right? 22 kills for him now. Shocks making the best of a bad situation here. 2 quick taps to the heads right there, but this is Electronic's 22nd kill, his 2nd in the round. And they're getting closer and closer now in that Navi camp, but they need to get past this force buy of Team Vitality next. Apex into the scout, the Deagles for the rest.
Just in their face, they can almost taste it. Force buy from Vitality, next step for Navi. And these are often sometimes the most chaotic and difficult to convert convincingly.
Yeah, they've got 3 smokes to work with here on the Vitality side, so this is all just about stalling them out and hoping that these Deagles can tag away. Boomich still doing the window smoke the hard way. And that one will be landing on in and giving Bit an opportunity to make his move. Smoke up towards Connector, nice and deep. And mid-control being garnered now. Kyojin spotted. And under that pressure, we'll have to drop out his smoke. So mission accomplished for both sides here. They know the scout of Apex is over towards A. Those warning pot shots are being heard time and time again, just hoping for a tag through the board onto Bit, but he's not pushed up yet. And Boomich has actually started to float very passively back in towards T's spawn with that bomb. Now, he needs to be careful. There is nobody on the other side of this yet, but if he goes walkabout, we'll need a friend or 2. He's called the evacuate to his team, who are loudly running on back through spawn now, and it does look like they want to pivot towards this B bomb site.
It would leave. Only 2 to receive them here. They've moved quickly enough. Smoke locks out ZywOo, who won't be able to contain that short presence.
He has to push that smoke.
He does, and he hasn't. Just now he strikes. Perfect timing. Can't seem to tame the final bullets, and it will just be the one head. Masuta's D good for 1 as well. And that Apex scout would have to do something. He drops his Deagle. Simple to save Navi's 2nd round conversion. He's pushing into Shocks. The pre-fire's there, playing the game. There's no time. Is there? 3.5? It might.
Oh, bro. Bro.
Okay, well, it's one way to win it. Kyojin technically pulls home the 6th. But it's the chaos on that B
Nice
side,
try.
and they guess just running the clock down a little too shy of the mark.
Oh dear, that smoke at short, which came in just before the 30-second mark, is what really started to spiral this into chaos, right? Because Navi couldn't go up at their own pace. They had to wait for that smoke to fade, and you can see just how close it was to Simple getting that bomb down in time.
If it still reads 4 in any capacity, you've got it.
Okay, well, it's the buy back in. They force-bought around this saved AK, and Simple, he's got something to prove. Straight through middle, Apex drops. And the number advantage is in their favor, but ZywOo attempting to call that back, has contact with Perfecto.
They're going quick, dude. Look at this. 3 up the connector. They don't give a damn.
Fuck.
And Kyojin spots it out. At the very least, he spotted it out. Never mind that. He's eliminated the Simple AK. Trying to survive as best he can. The pre-fire's good. It doesn't quite finish off Electronic, but Shox perhaps can. So much time now. The bomb's on its way, but so is the entire CT squad. Multiple angles to be cleared. Spotted out. That flash could do a lot. They're all there. No one to profit from it. ZywOo with 1. The frags are all over the place. Perfecto's in the clutch. Up against Shox. Both have been fantastic. Perfecto known for his clutching ability, and there's 60 seconds for them to dance around these boxes. The Tech 9 up against the M4.
Nice try,
and it will be Shoxy that makes it 7. So 2 from the Vitality camp to humble the Navi boys.
Oh dear.
It puts them back down into squalor. Nothing more than a pack of Hubba Bubba, a water pistol, and some pocket lint.
Well, we might be getting the game we wanted after all here, because this completely changes things now, right? The fact that they've not been able to convert on the force buy back, the force buy wars are over. Vitality have won this. They've now put themselves 7 rounds to the good. They just need this conversion against the Eco here to secure the 8th, and then we're talking. Oh, what Perfecto left in that situation with the Tech 9. Oh, what's he meant to do?
Shox just brave enough to keep fighting.
I swear that Shox and Perfecto have the most, or 2 of the most, right, in terms of 1vx situations in this tournament so far. I don't know what it's at now with the series being live, but Perfecto was at the top, and I know Shox was in, I'm pretty sure he was in the top 5, so just having those 2 locking horns.
So good to see Shox in form.
Look at Apex here, though, right? He's been on the receiving end of some opening deaths, and he doesn't even care about it. He's just gone aggressive again. He even just called to his team what the buy is, because he saw only 1 pistol on the floor, right? He knows just how light this buy is. That's the bomb. That's a second kill onto Simple, and this one falls apart. Great play from Apex here, getting away with his aggressive maneuver. Now they just have to find the last 2. The nade, well, won't be the death of Bit. And Apex's MP9 sings. There you have 3 for him. I can't believe he's gone through spawn. He's looked at the guns and he's told his team. Like, you can see how vocal he's being while looking at the pistols, right? So it's just the smallest of details here. But here we go. The AKs are back out, and we've got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
We didn't get a single close map. Take a look, top right. Even some of those score lines are deceiving. Dust 2 in particular, Nuke certainly looked like it was Navi's turf through and through. But now here in the 5th, and it does look like the gap is going to be closed to the point where we've got a competitive one. Navi, 5 rounds, that's it. 5 rounds away from the Intel Grand Slam and joining legendary names such as Astralis and Team Liquid. Never mind lifting the ESL Pro League Season 14 trophy. That, to them, perhaps even considered a bonus.
Lord, speaking of bonus, Apex is being very aggressive with this MP9. It's not the position you want to be in to take a top mid fight, but they're hoping to be able to collapse down on Navi if they test the water here. An aggressive mid flash, and nobody following through on it, right? But that's just to keep them in position. Navi might hang around a little bit longer now, and we know that the time is traditionally their worst enemy.
Such a stark contrast. I mean, Navi just hit an A repeatedly. Now it's going to be the all-in B. Boomich just holding spawn. Going to try and fake out something. There's the window smoke from that T-spawn spot, and Masuta aware, and he hears it, gonna be shouting and screaming. Boys, it sounds like B. Evades the flash, great shot, takes 2. Masuta steps up when his team need him most, and the rest are coming. And by rest, I mean ZywOo coming in from behind to finish the job. Only Simple up against the world, up against the Woo. That's 9 for Vitality, and it was pretty damn clean. They leave with 3 AK-47s.
That's crazy. That was like a bonus round for Vitality, right?
Yeah, did you see how quick Masuta deleted him? I thought he was on burst fire or something, just 2 to the dome.
That was mental. Masuta did so much there. That, like, is huge. To be able to withstand the B execute, and he was out of position as well. He was playing from short. He only just repositioned here. This was massive. Like,
this doesn't even touch the floor.
This is impact right here from Masuta. He stalled this one out. The cavalry's here. You know, he only goes down to Simple there. So they've already dealt with this. It was already done. They're getting blanked right here, Navi. 4 rounds on the trot right now for Vitality, and Apex getting fired up. He's feeling himself now.
Testosterone flows, adrenaline pumping, dopamine in the system as you realize that gap has closed. And it's going to get even tighter. Navi, this will not be a walk in the park, far from it. Maybe a walk in the park during a zombie apocalypse. 4 in a row from our CTs. 3 AK still in play, they kept it clean.
All right, well, just some light pistol upgrades here. Nothing really to write home about in terms of the purchase department, but let's see, can they make anything of this now, Navi? They're getting one step closer with every round. They're getting one step further away when Vitality posts theirs. This is for double digits. This is for 10 right now. And Boomich on a solo mission quickly down towards Connector, found by Apex. The gap in the smoke is great. And now it's just going to be a flat play out A ramp.
Kyojin, another one, and of course, he's found Simple. His 10th death handed to him by the Belgian, Bit with something. The only Deagle in play, and it's not much more to be seen. A nice little USP finish. And everyone delivering here. Take a look at the kill spread. I think it's what, 4 that make it 5 that separates top from bottom. Zyu's just pulled ahead a bit more with his pair.
That's not even the scary thing. Think about these Famises. It's not like they're rebuying them. They've been carrying these through. These Famises have now existed to the point where you have Apex on 10 grand, you got 7.3 on Shock, Zyu with residual cash of about 4K, Kyojin with 6.3, Masuda with 3.4. There's money for Vitality. Navi are not in a position to break them here financially just yet. They need to get a gun round going. They need to get something going on this T half. Just the pistol round to boast so far and aggression coming their way.
You wouldn't. Oh, Simple takes the shot straight into the Zyu peak. Here's the rebuttal though. Bit, he's so ready. He's ready for you both. That's
nice
one way
shot,
to find
nice
a round.
shot.
Aggressive maneuver from Vitality, and it is completely quashed.
Now this is where we're about to see the nerve of Navi. We know that the pressure is here. Now this is a 5-on-2 situation. Every day of the week, Navi should be converting this, but let's see. Are they just going to sit and wait? Are they going to fumble at the final moments here with some miscommunication and maybe let the clock get the better of them? Stalled out now. Boomich working on mid-control. Bit just clearing out towards the B apartments here. Just keeping Masuda's feet planted, and he will succeed in doing exactly that. Shocks slinking on back with the timing towards Connector here. Bit is in. Oh, and that information might serve them towards A.
And Shocks is hiding in plain sight. If Boomich wasn't to wait out that smoke, he could be hunted down. They are heading into the site. A re-smoke will leave Shocks wanting. Masuda can't handle Boomich, but that's the bomb denial. Shocks
nice, yes,
first, but nothing
yes.
more. And Navi will convert that one.
Oh, if we're talking about a crucial head-to-head to kick this round off, it was Simple AWPing Zyu over there towards Connector, right? So that one is a big way, like a huge scout for Simple to take, right? We big up this head-to-head, and it's not necessarily in the fact that they're dueling against one another, it's what they can do to the rest of the server. So Simple neutralizing him early, this is the fight, is huge. The follow-up, though, from Bit, right, for him to stand and get the first, great, but the second, that almost secures it right there. So huge stuff, 12 now to the 10, and remember, Vitality had another buy going. Plenty of money for this Zyu. Not deterred from fighting in middle, but Simple, he's not there this time round, up towards the B apartments.
Keeping such a cool head on his shoulders is Bit. Really just not feeling the pressure. How can a rookie not only win his first ever LAN, but then be thrust into a best-of-5 grand final for an extra 1.2 million and be cool about it? Be top of the scoreboard about it? You're mad. And so's he. Let's go. Bombs loose on the A side of the map. Bit continues to poke and prod up that underpass.
I think the biggest problem right now for Navi is looking like they're set for an A split, right? Bit going to come through late. Maybe Boomich will chip in with him, but this double under balcony setup now has been rumbled. So they've dropped one smoke. Shocks and Kyojin will both stand. A minute on the clock now and continuing their onslaught towards this site. More utility, more backup coming on over to help them, and Zyu is still in mid.
Yeah, he's got 2 to contend with himself. He's actually Molotov down to 50 there and still hits his shot. Bit unable to trade, and the bomb's coming A. 3 here. This double man dark play, and what was that? Apex strafes out wide, gets some info, knows the bomb's there. He did tag up Simple. 10 HP on the superstar. It's going to come down to the rest of them. Bit is the rest of them. Simple and Bit, quite the clutching partnership. They did wonders before, but Shots goes unchecked, baited in perfectly. And that leads to an 11th. Vitality double up, and Shocks baits to perfectly secure the round. You can see back turn of Simple is an indicator of just how booked they got.
Yeah, now off that big play, right? This one they had set This was the plan for Vitality out the gate. You saw just how long this setup under balcony was lying in wait to do exactly this. So Kyojin's done his role perfectly here, and Shox even more so. We get back underway. Navi, they have enough to purchase again, but it's starting to get light on now. Simple's orbs out. There's Galil's in play. The util not looking great. And this is tie things up here for the French. Vitality 1 round away from going 12-12. This has gone the distance.
10-5 half as well. Navi with a solid CT haul of their own. Completely equalized if Vitality can find it here.
They need to get into some sites, Navi. They need to start getting the bomb down, right? We're not going to see them stay threatening as far as the economy is concerned if they don't. Their loss bonus is maxed out, right? So a plant will mean another buy, but they need to get that bomb down.
Electronic has been a real force to be reckoned with on Mirage. It might be him, the most likely candidate to find some impact. If it's not Simple, he's actually going to be setting his teammate up across mid. The flash was timed to get him across safely, and we will once again see that about 60-second mark window smoke. Bit could find Shoxy here, and oh, I don't know if, yeah, Shox isn't working with any info there either. Don't know where Kyojin's health just went. Apex, careful now. 40 seconds, and you still have full control. They're coming through for a pop through the connector smoke, and it's only Apex catching Bit jumping. Now that's something. 4 on 5. Kyojin's looking the wrong way.
They're in.
And it should be a bomb plant. Only really ZywOo to contest this. And he's pulled the plug. Gets out. Clock extended by Navi. They needed a plant, Chad. Well, they've got it. They also need 4 rounds. And this looks like one of them.
There's smokes for this retake. Mollies as well.
Oh, I like the CT position. Simple's been scouted out, still hits his shots. Head on a swivel, leads to his demise. Shocks another. Perfecto goes unnoticed, unchecked for now. Masuta with him. And backs are turned. Masuta doesn't react at all. Still takes one with him, and ZywOo last to fall. 13 secured, and now
guys,
just 3 rounds separating Navi
what the fuck
from
is
our
going
third
on,
Intel Grand
guys?
Slam.
Okay, well, that one right there was a gritty round, right? Vitality actually had a lot of utility to go for this retake here, but just completely outpositioned. And I guess that HP for Kyojin went down against a duel with Electronic a little bit earlier in the piece. This one right here, Simple puts his body on the line. He gives himself up there, but Perfecto in the sleeper position almost secures this. You'll see that follow-up onto Masuda there, and then Simple as you like. ZywOo, too many targets, not enough time. And that right there is a real sticky situation for Vitality to find themselves in here. They're going to have to go for a hero moment of their own. There's enough money to get ZywOo with the AWP. He's bought that. Apex is into a Famis. Masuda doing the same. Shox can buy. Does he want to consider the double AWP? Doesn't look it. He's bought the armor. He's going to go for a rifle here. Maybe even wants to drop Kyojin an SMG or something of the likes because he's only got 1.5. This is a big round right now from Vitality. Their loss bonus in the next round of play is only 1,900. They lose this, they don't save anything, they are done.
All eyes on ZywOo here. He's been equipped with the biggest gun in the game, and his team has asked him to secure a 12th. Charging up mid, head completely looking the wrong way initially, confirms Boomich is out. Navi posturing early with the bomb B side. Okay, looks like a bit of a gamble call's being made. Don't know if I'm reacting too early, but it looks like Kyojin at least putting himself in touching distance of the B site should he be required. Apex is still hanging out on A side. They don't have any info. Previously it was a connector pop, now it's an apps. And only really Shox is going to be here. M4 in hand. Here it comes, Navi in hot pursuit. The flashes are good. Shox stays silent and immediately eliminates Perfecto.
Need the trade.
That will slow him down. From behind, the trade is there. Apex saves their hide, and now on the bench, another head rolls. Vitality are going to close the gap. Simple with the bomb in 60 seconds. To try and secure it, Apex is going to lock the door behind him. He hears him. And he knows that this is going to be a heartbreaker. We'll upgrade, I would assume. And we're cooking with gas for a full 30 rounds of play.
They don't want the double AWP right there, so keeping that one out of his hands. ZywOo's got his AWP, they got rifles on the rest of them, and then this conversation goes back the other way, right? Navi now in a position where Vitality can catch back up and tie the scoreline. Now that right there, there's 2 B executes that Navi have rocked. One, Masuda rumble, the other, Shox's rumble. They haven't had any issues dealing with that B execute at all. They've just absolutely owned it. And they've gone in. All right, Navi. You've gone in.
Holy sh...
You've got the loss bonus on your side. It makes sense if you can get the plant here. It makes sense if Simple can show us something right now with this AK. There's pistols around it. Can't go down with a whimper with an investment like this.
They're trying again. It's Shox and Masua. Can they really be 3 for 3 on the Apps defense? Looking good for the first. Shox neutralized. Boomich up short.
That's
Good
it, they're
for
in.
it. And they completely have the sight. Books another, and Simple provides. Just like that. Lightning does not strike thrice. You will not defend this all in B.
Oh, they have to save as well. You know, Vitality, they don't have the loss bonus working in their favor, right? They're fighting against that loss bonus time and time again. So holding on to these guns means everything. And for Navi to have the balls to do that, right? You imagine, you go back, you watch the demo, Navi lose the game. They tried 3 B executes that were absolutely blanked by Vitality every single time. Well, they finally crack in. And with the worst buy of the lot, that's 14.
How did it come toppling down? Was Boomich just running up short tech 9? Is that where I heard his gun coming from?
I think he went out of
he came out of Apps as well. Okay, he
he
just must have strafed and immediately got under their skin.
It's just that normally what's happened is when they've jumped out apartments, it's either Masuda or Shox who's gotten that first kill. This time round, I think it was quite quickly traded. So, it was up short. There you go. Quickly straight up through the backlines there. So that's the difference, the fact that he was there. So when the attention was turned, Boomich was in the right place. So that's a difference maker. And Vitality, you're back in that same position where you're going, all right, well, I guess we're buying, right? We're going to scrap together what we have again. The Famises look good for Masuda in a couple of these occasions. Shocks into a Deagle this time to buy. Not great, but they've already been able to withstand.
Do you know the worst? Like, the person I envy the least out of the people in the server here is actually Blade. You know, he's got to watch. He can't have any control over this. And already, Simple progressing into the A site. He's up and alone. Ahead of the pack, and look what it's led to. Kyojin completely blanked. Did not expect that. He's never had that in the previous rounds. Filling the void is Apex. And he's taken down. Simple, immediately traded. Electronic springs to action. ZywOo knows where one of the 4 is. Bit super far ahead of the pack here, going looking. Masuta cannot afford to be caught out here, and I think he might be. Bit's looking the wrong way.
Oh, he has it cleared.
Okay, now Masuta's got a shot.
3v3. They know they're coming. Shox is here too.
They're rushing as fast as they can. Masuta, can you pass the test? The answer's no. Boomich denies. Bomb. Tagged. Shox. Surviving as best he can. Oh, the headshot. Boomich is gone, and Perfecto's next. ZywOo's taking him, and now a one-on-one for all the marbles. It's going to be 2. ZywOo collects. Vitality save play.
What the game
this
is going
is starting to deliver, Chad, in ways I wasn't expecting. Look at their funds, though. Sure, you've won, but you've still not got anything close to an ideal buy.
All right, well,
Bit doesn't check, bro. That's the first time I've seen Bit look human.
Yeah, just not expecting Masuda to still be there that late in the round, right? Can't believe it. And they're able to get that kill. They're able to make it interesting, but Shox, just a sleeper, able to dance around the pole, make it interesting. ZywOo comes into play, and here it is, the 13th now for Vitality.
Oh, my Lord.
It's just this back and forth nature, right? We've been going back and forth for each of these teams. Just back and forth, and the smiles on the faces. You want to see it right now, but it's a pressure moment here for Navi. They've taken a timeout. They're talking things through. The money's there to buy. They're getting the guns in. Boomich into a Deagle. Simple given the AWP. AKs for the rest of them here. And if you're talking about a pressure moment, well, we've got another.
And so, with a deep inhale as you leave spawn, you fill your lungs with oxygen for a big one. So much at stake. Bit of a mix-up here from the CTs. Now it's a question of time, and it's a question of Bit working with some info. They don't necessarily immediately accelerate, but you can see Simple already knife out T-Spawn, wants to get back with the pack.
Maybe he didn't see that. He didn't even acknowledge it. He didn't even look back up. I thought he may have caught it on that jump down, but not to be the case. And they are really postured for A. Vitality, no, right? Shox is already windowed. Vitality have... Oh, no, he's backing off. Shox is actually heading towards B. They're just going to play the standard 3-2 split. Kyojin's forward here. This is a huge push. Kyojin, you could catch him off guard. He's flashed in. Kyojin, no, he's gone down.
Nice.
Gets nothing for it. The flash. It was improvised, it was inspired, but leaves with an opener for Navi. This could be 15. Apex trying to do it all. Presence to suppress the Palace players. That will slow him down. It's Bit that stands his ground. 1 HP, but he's still kicking. ZywOo's missed his first. How many more chances will he get?
Nice.
The T's have the
Come on.
sight, they have the plant, 40 seconds, thrust onto the clock, and the CTs,
Oh no.
they scarper.
They're saving at this point. Remember, there's no loss bonus for Vitality. Every single time they've bounced back, right? Every single time they lost a round, they won one back. They didn't let the loss bonus build. It wasn't possible to keep the game this tight. And they have no option but to save yet again.
This could be everything if Perfecto does activate to find a couple.
Oh, the thing is, Navi's money's not there either. Do they want to throw bodies at this? Right, obviously, they can throw a couple, but Perfecto's the only man close to even contest this right here. They're going to let Vitality get away with all these guns.
I mean, that's a dream. They'll later get to defend their honor with a viable set of weaponry.
Oh dear, okay.
Now, this is where I also just want to get in the head of an in-game leader. Like, you know, you've got one call separating you from everything, from a Pro League, from an Intel Grand Slam. Do you have the cojones to go for something quick?
Do you do the B executing?
Do you hit him with B?
Do you do the B
I just
executing?
don't know. What's so much pressure on the words you're about to speak? Like, think carefully, take your time out, take your extra 30 and talk this one through.
Well, Vitality wants to call this, but that's going to give Navi the chance as well to at least discuss whatever they were thinking here. Now, there's plenty of money for them. Right now, Boomich combined with a full set of nades. There's residual cash as well. Navi will be able to buy in the next round, even if they lose this one. That's not going to be a problem. The gun round next round is secured. But are we going to go the distance? Are we going to go all 30, or are Navi going to collect this victory right here, right now?
This could be it. This could be the last round of Pro League. The last round when RV didn't have an Intel Grand Slam title. The calls have been made. The buys have two HFs in the chat. And so the countdown begins. 1 minute 48. And the first shot's fired off. Zaiwu reveals the orb and takes a pot shot. Boomich out top mid. Standard start for Navi.
Bomb's already over towards A on Simple here. They've got Bit doing the same again, just through the underpass, defaulting like it's just another day at the office. They put
Zaiwu's B.
Yeah, and that means he's not going to be involved in a lot of the action here unless the call comes in from Boomich to pivot back towards the second letter of the alphabet here, but he's corralling the troops elsewhere. Boomich setting up this mid smoke. Lobs that one out, Bit. A little bit more delayed on his underpass crawl this time round, and it's on Kyojin, Alex. They've left him on the A side on his absolute lonesome. The only player that can assist is Apex. It's just on Kyojin here if they continue towards A.
The smokes confirm his suspicions. Kyojin readies himself for war.
Come on, finish
Left
it.
alone, this slow crawl of Navi. The pressure present for both. The shot's caught out, still adjusts. Perfecto will not be present in middle, and now forced to watch as Navi have a go 4v5. Masuta makes it 3. Vitality wanted to extend play and deny within touching distance. Boomich has something to say about it. Apex goes unchecked, it's everything. A smoke to draw fire. Masuta careful now. T-side AWP in play. Great nade to soften him up. Boomich is slipping through though. And Masuta unprepared for it. Nearly caught another. A low HP shocks. Backs are turned 1 for 1. It could not be closer, Chad. 2 on 2 for all the marbles. A push goes short for Boomich. And it's simple. Appropriately met by Zaiwu to deny. Let's go. A full 30.
Okay. Wow. The back and forth nature
Jesus
of that one
Christ,
right there.
dude.
Oh, the mind games that, and Zaiwu still has a bloody smile on his face. Of course he does.
Look at this,
he does.
Like that spray, he was millimeters away from Shoxy on connector.
Yeah, the time at this moment as well here. Like, this is just getting so close. The buy is back out. Navi without the AWP here in play. Boomich out mid. Control taken. This time, no Bit through the underpass. A different looking round. Simple top mid setting him up. Flash. And he's in.
Oh my god, he's going fast.
He's in.
It should be his. Zaiwu collects. Still 1 in the feed. Bit keeps it competitive. Overtime looms a man advantage. Vitality, though, are they accounting for Simple? He's struck on the rotate. Shots will not have any more impact, and Apex has made a meal of it. Suddenly, Zaiwu and Masuta with it all to do. An A finish. Masuta still miles away over on the B site. Navi have so much time to play with, though, and they are not going to let this one slip. Comms at an all-time high. Bomb going down as I finish this sentence. And the smokes are still up. Looking to plant as safe from short as he possibly can. Up on CT, Zywoo trying to pull us into overtime. Navi, 2 clicks of the mouse away, but Zywoo still denies Perfecto's chance. Dink down, 4 HP, wants to check CT. Simple's not going for it, but the Suitor versus Simple, and it's good for the Navi boys. Only Zywoo can possibly save them. Only Zywoo can deny the Intel Grand Slam. Navi, it takes
yes, boy, yes.
domination is secure.
Yes.
And I think their reaction so much hard work pumped into this one. Intel Grand Slam in the bag.
GG, guys. Fuck.
A bit closer.
What a hard fight from
Yes,
Vitality.
bro.
They weren't even in the conversation as title
Nice.
contenders.
Oh,
and then
fuck.
they've come on in, they've gone all the way to the grand final, they've taken on an in-form Navi who wanted it. They wanted it so bad, they made it clear that this was their goal.
How often has the dialogue been that Navi were always a threat? Trophy cabinet now housing not only the ESL Pro League trophy, but the Intel Grand Slam title is theirs as well. It marks a period of dominance unlike anyone else. They started this on
What
LAN,
a match,
and they
what a
finish it
match,
here at
guys.
ESL Pro League Season 14. Oh. Do you remember the face of Boomich after that heroic win?
Yeah.
Just sheer relief that he could still try and realize this Intel Grand Slam.
Not too many names on that list. Astralis, the first to pick up the Intel Grand Slam since it was introduced. The best team to ever do it, doing it on home soil, and Team Liquid, the North Americans that can, in 2019, did it in record time. Absolute legends.
Mantling on death, 63 days, and there they are. Natus Vincere started it in Katowice 2020, lifting trophies at IEM Cologne at the first LAN back. They are your champions of ESL Pro League and the third name in the Intel Grand Slam.
It's been a long journey for Navi and Simple. They've had to rebuild from the ancients of another time in CIS Counter-Strike to lifting big trophies on a global stage to now finessing one of the biggest bags that you can possibly finesse inside a Counter-Strike Global Offensive. A great showing there for Navi, and ultimately, damn, did they have to sweat for it.
This was intense to the max. I cannot even fathom what these players have gone through in the last, say, 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, alone.
All that back and forth, all these clutches, heartbreaks, purchases, forcing strategies, headshots. Right now, it's like their whole life is flashing in front of their eyes, right? You could see the relief, you could see the emotion when they win that finally, that damn 16 round they needed. And we were vibing, we were sweating, we were screaming in the green room watching it, and that's not even a fraction of what these guys are actually going through.
What a fifth map that was,
that
right?
was
We were standing here, you know, before the whole game started, saying this has potential to go to 5 maps, right? It was so one-sided all the time, but of course the fifth map delivers full 30 rounds, and just the intensity of the end of the game, last 9 rounds going back and forth, no team until Navi won the 30th round. No team could win 2 rounds in a row, right? It was just so back and forth.
Let's take a look at what you could probably consider a turning point, and I'm pretty sure you have to look back into the first half at round 11.
Oh yes, there's going to be a
Okay,
really
guys.
hard moment for Shox
चलो,
right there.
आज
A
के
missed
लिए stream
opportunity.
off करता
We
हूँ.
have this 3 versus 3 where
Thanks
Bit
for
is alone
watching.
on the B side. I repeat, he's
You know,
completely
bye.
alone. He's
Tomorrow
got
come
no
with
backup
stream.
whatsoever. The score is
No,
6-4. This is the
and
turning point. This could have been
good night.
breaking Navi's back end economy. We're gonna see Vitality posturing for that take. I repeat, Beat has.
Oh भाई साहब क्या मैच था यार, क्या मैच था. Literally fuck the shit out of us. Literally guys, literally. Okay guys, now भाई मैं थोड़ा खेलेंगे. Let me play some competitive, and for the now I will end the stream here only because after watching the gameplay of Navi and Vitality, you will not like my gameplay because I am a noob for that. चलो आज के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं. Thanks for watching till now. Bye. Tomorrow will come with new stream. Bye and good night.